all of you for showing up. I am your host, event coordinator, PR specialist, social media expert, you name it. Tiffany McCartie here from The Tiffany Show. You can watch The Tiffany Show on my social media channels and of course, Cogeco, Your TV, Peterborough, Lindsay, and the International Women's Day Party presenting sponsor, Cogeco and Your TV. Before I get started, I wanted to call somebody special to the podium this morning to kick us off. This woman has been a fierce believer in the Tiffany Show since inception. I actually remember sitting at Capertoro on Hunter Street having a conversation about a vision of a show that I wanted, and I was looking for sponsors and kind of thinking how I could maneuver it, and without even batting an eye, I said to Sarah Evans at Ball Real Estate, if you happen to know anybody that you think this opportunity would align with, just let me know. That's how you can help me. And Sarah was like, oh no, I want to sponsor this. So Sarah has backed me up from day one, a huge community supporter. Sarah Evans, can you come to the podium just for a second? I thought you could share some words with us this morning. And Sarah is also one of our speakers that's going to be showcased at the party this year. We pick local women. There's 4 local women. We like to remind each other and look at others and see a mirror of ourselves. And it's really important to plug in local women so we can see eye to eye with each other and realize that we are not alone in the hard things that we are walking through. Sarah Evans.
Aw, thanks, sweetie. You are the best. Number one, let's give Tiffany a round of applause for what she's pulled together. Immediately. In its inception, it came together within 3 weeks or something like that. And then the community came together and all of you are here and it is wonderful. And I want to speak candidly for 1 second about this superstar here.
Move the microphone down. Right in front of your face. So I see your beautiful face.
Sorry, is that better?
Yes.
Am I working this better?
That's better, yeah. Here we go.
Thank you. Last year when Tiffany was hosting the show, she was not in a good state. Tiffany McCartie was essentially having one of the worst days of her life, health-wise, and hit the stage and hosted the show. And she did it seamlessly. And none of us knew how much pain she was in while she was doing this. That is tremendous. That is showing up. That is working through it. That is perseverance. That is getting it done. That is knowing that 300 to 400 women are showing up for you that day, and she is going to be on the stage, and she is going to put it together, and she's going to get it done. And she did. And she was white as a ghost. And it was so hard to pull it together, and she did that. And it was the power of the room and all of the energy and all of the love and all the goodness that is brought together by this superhuman right here, and she's going to do it again for us. And a year later, she's in better health, and she has had her surgery. And she has been loved from close and afar, and again, bringing all of these beautiful people together. We're going to talk about overcoming. We're going to make sure that you leave feeling bolder, more courageous, empowered, and that is done by Tiffany McCartie, please. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. I put on the waterproof mascara today. Nobody go, hello, Pete Dalloway. Don't make it weird. Come on in. We're all friends here. If someone could reach into that brown bag on the floor and pull in a bag just for Pete Dalloway there. I had our media friends do a lot for us in community, right? So the media shows up to absolutely everything in our community. They keep us connected. They showcase positive stories. They showcase even the hard things. But the fact of the matter is, the media chooses to show up for me. And so the least I could do today was get them some coffee, some muffins, and a little swag bag. Sorry, Sarah's so little, I had to lift that up like a foot. conference, the first ever all by myself, coordinated and run. I've only ever done it as a team before. Yeah, so I'm absolutely jazzed to have all of you here today, and I promise it is absolutely with a purpose. We have 3 big announcements that we're going to unroll today, and before we get to that, we are just going to check it in. So, again, media, thank you so much for all that you do in this community, not just for me, but for absolutely everybody. You are the ones that bring us closer together and give us the information that we need. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all of the volunteers for International Women's Day. I see a lot of you in this room today. I'm grateful for the times that you have shown up for me year over year to make this happen. This is our 3rd annual International Women's Day celebration. First time around, we planned it in 8 days, and then now we've done lots of runway. So I take all year to kind of plan this. A lot of people are like, I don't know how you keep doing this and how you find the time. And you know what? Gideon and I don't have any kids. We have dogs. I'm up early in the morning, I work after work, and I work on the weekends to make things happen, because that is what you do when you have a vision, a dream, a passion, a mission that you are chasing. And the mission that I am on is to bring people, community, women together in reminders that we are not alone in the hard things that we walk through. For reminders that we don't need to be on the same page politically to be able to see eye to eye and take good care of each other. We don't need to be divided. We need to be reminded that we are human beings. We are a community. Communities thrive when we work together. I'm giving myself chills. Communities thrive when we work together, and that is how communities overcome. Human beings are rooted in human connection. That is how we survive years and years and years, is together, not by being divided on opposite sides. It's when we come together and realize that if she can do it, I can do it. They walked through it. Oh my God, I know somebody that's walking through that too. We are all human beings, and human connection is so remarkably important. And as the age of ChatGPT rises and everything becomes a little more inauthentic and disingenuous, events like this are really, really important to bring us together, to unite us in moving forward. That is why it's important. That is why I'm here today. That is why I keep showing up. They say in life that you tend to give people what you needed. And so I like to give people a seat at my table. Speaking of seats at the table, this event is absolutely not possible without the business community. I cannot stress that enough. This doesn't happen without business owners and entrepreneurs, and I can't believe it. They came together year 1, year 2, and now year 3. And I'm talking sponsors, giveaways, swag bag items, participants in the Self-Love Club. Like, it's the business community that wants this to happen for community and believes in what I'm doing, so they back me up and they fuel me to make it happen. So shout out to you, Cogeco, Your TV, Peterborough, Lindsay. Shout out, yes. I'm like, you can break your pom-poms out. That's what I put them there. Go ahead and cheer. A shout out to our giveaway besties who came in clutch and really saved the day. Horizon Family Naturopathic Clinic and Horizon Family Dental. Thank you. Our club besties, Miskin Law, Pete 99.7, KX 105 Country, and Peterborough Waterproofing. Shout out to our candid bestie right here, Jordan Lyle Photography. Yes! If you need photos at home, if you want candid moments and you're not into posy pose, if you are hosting an event, if you have a wedding, you have to hire Jordan, 100%. 100%. And our event bestie, Sugar Me Right, who was first in the room today. Of course, I adopted my new baby Cecil from the Peterborough Humane Society. I see you back there. The maid in Kent, Jennifer, sitting right center. Outpost 379. And Double D's Diner and Donuts. Yeah! like right after this press conference. We've got a few shout outs, special mentions. Of course, we talked about Sarah Evans Bolt Real Estate, Rick Arts, Brandon Apparel and Promo, the venue, Organized by Design, Prana Art IP, Blue Wave Taekwondo, and a few others that I will get to. I think my agenda got out of order. Bear with me, friends. Please continue to hold. Here we go. At the International Women's Day event, we focus on local stories. We talked about having 4 local speakers plugged in. We have a self-love mirror where we bring women up and we ask them to say what they love about themselves in front of everybody. We have a wheel of her story, which we will get to. We've got the self-love club with vendors, massages, facials, a dirty soda bar, reflexology, consultations with a naturopathic doctor and her team. They're all going to be in-house in the self-love club. Yes. We have swag bags, but I've been keeping it under wraps. How many? We also have about 75 giveaways. Every day I wake up to like 5 more emails from business owners that are like, let's do this. And trust me, yes, I have a ton of fun planned for giving those away. And I think there's only like 60 tickets left. It might be less. Yeah. We've got 15 days until International Women's Day, and we've only got 50 tickets left. So if you're in this room and you don't have yours, you might want to get it. TheTiffanyShow.ca, you can find all of the information. So I mentioned the spin to win wheel, the wheel of her story. This is super special. Actually, if I could just get a volunteer real quick. None of you are putting, yeah. With the pink pod, yeah, perfect. You come on up here. Come up here, cutie pie. Marsha. Who messaged me last night to give me a giveaway? Proof is in the pudding. Why don't you go ahead and spin that wheel, Marsha? What do we got? Big whammy? Yeah. Perfect. Marsha's a great dancer. All right, Marsha, you ready? What's a valuable lesson that you have learned?
I thought it was a surprise. Okay, what's the question again?
What's a valuable lesson that you have learned?
Oh gosh. It would be take a breath before you respond.
Yeah. Oh, the crowd goes wild. Take a breath before you respond. Thank you. You have won a prize today. The $25 Foro gift card. Shout out to the Excellent. I need one more volunteer. What about Cliff from the Examiner? You're busy? What about Pete Dalladay? Let's get a lady up here, PTBO Canada. Come on up here. Come up here, Felicia. Isn't she sweet? Spin the wheel, sister. Is it $1 million? I don't know. Are you going to buy a vowel? What's she got?
Pretty envelope.
Aren't they sweet? What's it say?
How do you hope to leave an impact on the world?
How do you hope to leave an impact on the world? Step up. That make you nervous? I threw you in. I'm sorry.
I hope to make an impact on the world by representing women in media. So shout out to all these women.
Thank you. Oh, and you also get a prize. See, and that's how you play Wheel of Her Story. So this big gal is going to come with us to the event day, and you will see more on that. It sets an emotional tone for the show. It also allows people to see each other for who we are and what we work through, and you just witnessed it in this room yourself with cheering each other on, hence the pom-poms at the event today. I have a special announcement. So Sarah Evans mentioned earlier that last year was a remarkably difficult year for me. It was actually difficult the last few years. It was like the first year we did International Women's Day, I had just lost my dad. and then my family, and then I became really sick, and then this year I reunited with my estranged mother after 25 years, because my life just isn't interesting enough. It's been huge, and this past year was a lot of healing for me, and as Sarah alluded, I was legitimately hemorrhaging while I was on stage last year. So much so that the day after International Women's Day, I was in the hospital, and then I was in the hospital weekly for weeks after that, praying that we would make it to surgery day, and we did. I remember at times, being the weakest I have ever been. I was on the verge of being jaundiced. I had a constant headache. I was always sick. The tank was empty. There was nothing left. And I know it's International Women's Day, but my husband carried me through that. And I remember at one point being on my knees, and we were 48 hours out of surgery, and I said, I don't think I can do this. I can't. I'm not going to make it. Like, I can't. It's too much. I'm bleeding too much. And the doctors were like, just take this crazy medication every half an hour if you need to. Like, let's just stop the bleeding so we can get through. And I was on my knees, and I was trying to get in, and I was telling him I couldn't make it. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. Holy. I'm in the position where I've been able to afford all of the medication that I've needed. I was able to afford the $1,000 IV injection. That was a specialty injection that I needed that ended up giving me a reaction, but that's a story for a different day. I remember thinking, thank God I can afford NYX underwear and period underwear and Diva cups and ultra tampons and ultra pads, because these things are not inexpensive. I was spending hundreds of dollars a month. I was wearing diapers on stage because nothing would control the hemorrhaging. And I remember looking at Gideon and saying, how lucky am I? What do the women that don't have access to funds and resources do? What do they do? And I cried. This year, it's important that we align with organizations that are near and dear to our hearts. Peterborough United Way, Adeline Murphy, please come up to the stage, because we are partnering for the Period Promise. Yes! This year at International Women's Day, we are collecting period products. The event is absolutely free for community, so all I ask is that you show up with a box of pads, tampons, maybe a Diva cup, maybe the period underwear. We've actually bought one of all of these to showcase today and donate to the United Way. It is remarkably important that women are out there struggling with nothing. What do they do? I don't know, but I know that we can help, and I know that organizations like the United Way are spearheading initiatives like this to get period products in the hands of women that cannot afford them. Please welcome Adeline Murphy.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Hi, thank you so much for being here. I'm Adeline Murphy with the United Way Peterborough District. And I really just wanted to start by saying how grateful that we are to be standing here with Tiffany and with all of you as we lead up to her 3rd annual International Women's Day celebration in just a couple of weeks. How amazing is that? Woo! International Women's Day is all about honoring women's strengths, their accomplishments, their resilience, but it also serves as a chance for us to reflect on the realities, challenges, and barriers that many women and people who menstruate still face daily. One of those realities is something called period poverty. What that really means is quite simple. It means not having reliable access to menstrual products that you need every single month because you simply can't afford them. For a lot of people, this might be hard to imagine. We're used to thinking of menstrual products as something that you pick up at the store without a second thought, because they are, after all, a necessity. But for many families and many individuals here in our region, who are already stretched thin by the cost of food, rent, gas, utilities, these products become another line on a budget that's already impossible to keep up with. The choice between food, rent, and menstrual products is a choice that no one should have to make. A 2023 survey found that 1 in 4 people in Canada who menstruate have had to choose between buying food and other essentials and menstrual products. This can then lead to relying on unsafe alternatives, missing out on school, missing out on work, on important parts of life, simply because we don't have what we need. That's why our Period Promise campaign exists here in Peterborough, and why it feels really meaningful for us to be here in this incredible moment. This is actually our 10th year running the campaign, which was previously known as Tampon Tuesday. And for this anniversary year, we've set the goal of collecting 25,000 menstrual hygiene products to be distributed through our partners at Cogeco Food Share to agencies across the city and county who support people most in need. Why 25,000 products? Because that number reflects both the scale of the need and the generosity that we know that our community has. Over the past 10 years, we've collected tens of thousands of products that have made a real difference for local families, for students, for neighbors, and for friends. And that's the part that I really want to emphasize here today. Not the campaign's a statistic, but the human part of it. When we started this work, it was very clear that need for menstrual products was consistently among the least donated items to food banks, although it was one of the most requested items, even though, once again, they're a basic necessity. Barriers to access also are not just financial barriers, they're tied up with stigma and with silence around menstruation, which makes it harder for people to ask for help or to ask for support when they do need it. But when individuals or workplaces set up their own collections, or when a group shows up to an amazing event with a box of products, when someone chooses to bring us a package because they truly get it, that's when stigma can start to shift. That's when it stops being an abstract issue and a taboo and becomes something real that we do together in our community. So in just 2 weeks' time, when everyone is gathering to celebrate International Women's Day at Tiffany's amazing event, we're asking people to consider bringing something small with them, whether it's a package of tampons, a menstrual cup, or reusable products, which we are really in need of. Whatever feels manageable for you. Because when you place that donation on the donation table, you're doing more than contributing to our campaign. You're helping us make sure that somebody that in our community doesn't have to worry next month. You're making it a little bit easier for a student who can go to school confidently, and for a woman who can go to work without stress, for someone to feel cared for in a very practical way. And collectively, these small acts are what is going to help us reach our goal of 25,000 products collected this year. Not because it's a number that we just grabbed out of thin air, but because it reflects a real need in our community, real dignity, and real impact right here at home. We are honored to work with Cogeco Food Share on this. They are doing the work of distributing these products where they are needed most and where people can access them without judgment and without difficulty. And we also have to thank our friends at the Peterborough District Labour Council for their ongoing collaboration and championing of this initiative, and our generous media partners at Cogeco Now, who are a media sponsor of this event. And finally, Tiffany, I want to thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for hosting this amazing event. And really thank you for using your platform authentically and in a way that really builds community, changes lives, creates and celebrates connection, and encourages generosity in a really human and amazing way. So thank you all, and we'll see you on March 8th with your product.
Let's make a period promise. Like, what, we're gonna have 450, possibly 500 women at International Women's Day this year. Like, imagine everybody brought 2 boxes.
Yeah, amazing.
Right? That could be a big, big dent for our community. A huge dent. Thank you for letting me share that. Let's get over the stigma of talking about periods in front of men. You know what? I have to say, throughout my journey, every week still women message me about hysterectomies, about fibroids. 80% of women are going to have fibroids by the time we're 50, and none of us know what they are. I did not know what a fibroid was until I was hit like a Mack truck. And so I have women that message me weekly, but honestly, I have a lot of men that message me too. My wife is struggling, my sister is struggling. I don't know how to support them. And the more we talk about it, the more men can also learn how to support us in these journeys. And gentlemen, if you need a consultation with the world's best husband, Gideon is available. All the women that showed up for me, it's incredibly important, and I'm super, super jazzed to have this type of alignment with the business community, with women, with all of you, to make things like this happen. Adeline, thank you for your beautiful words. You had me given a little bit of a tear. I really, really appreciate you. Now we've got a little less heavy stuff. We've got a few giveaways. I've got a couple giveaways. We have like 75 giveaways, but a few of them I'm highlighting today because it's wild. It is absolutely wild. We have a getaway of a lifetime. One woman over 18 years old is going to win a spot in the Women's Wellness Retreat in the south of France. Lindell Bochi from Prana Wellness has donated 7 nights in a private resort in the Jungle Hills close to the Mediterranean Sea in September 2027. You just have to pay for your flight and your insurance. Isn't that wild? And what's really full circle, and like this really speaks to the strength of this event, right? And the strength of community. So last year, Lindell was one of our speakers, and we did a draw, and she actually won a $500 travel gift card. And because she won that gift card last year and was coordinating this wellness retreat this year, she was like, I want to give back to that room. I want to give you a free ticket to this wellness retreat. It's like a $2,300 value someone is going to win.
Nice.
Now, excuse me while I pick up the pencil I dropped. That would have driven me nuts. And now, if you thought that was big, you might be a little shocked for this one. This prize is for the woman who is always the strong one. This prize is for the woman that carries more than anyone realizes. This one is for the woman that knows she needs some change in her life. This one is for the woman who has quietly put herself last on the back burner. This one is for the one that doesn't want to relive the past to fix it. This prize extends beyond International Women's Day. We have a $7,000 prize. It is a coaching program giveaway, like I said, for those women who are struggling, who are burnt out, who are on the back burner, who could really use some extra tools to move herself towards her goals. Please welcome to the podium, Kat McCartie from Kat McCartie Coaching. Kat has donated a $7,000 coaching package for one lucky woman to win at the International Women's Day party. Over to you, Kat.
Wow, you're a hard act to follow, I gotta tell you that. When I came, actually I think it was almost a year ago, I reached out and Tiffany and I connected and I heard about the International Women's Day and I said, this space, this event is really about women reclaiming their personal power. Not only your own power and stepping into it and working through all of these great things and holding space for when we're challenged. It's also about supporting so many other women and lifting them up. Taking that pause to say, it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to embrace all of those pieces. And so I was like, I've got to be part of this. Tiffany, I need to give back to the community. That constant go, go, go that we are faced and challenged with every single day as women. All of the inner critics that happen. I love the mirror idea and focusing on all of these beautiful things. As someone who works with people's inner voices and starts changing them in 6 weeks, I'm so incredibly grateful to be able to give back to women. Because women deserve spaces where they are seen, accepted, held, and empowered to help each other out. And Tiffany, you create those spaces. It's the hearing and sharing of the stories, of the moving through it, and the support. When one woman, when one individual makes a change in their life, it has such a huge impact. Look at all of the amazing things Tiffany has done and what she can continue to do in the community. Each one of us has that ability within us. So the reason I wanted to donate this 6-week program is to start moving forward, dealing with how things are showing up today so that you can empower the rest of the world. When you change and you grow, you pass that along to others. One woman, one family, one community. How many people here have more than 6 people in their lives that they talk to on a semi-regular basis? Every time you interact with them, that's the change that you have available to you. So why giving back? Because it's important to support communities and spaces like this. So I'm very excited to be part of it. I'm super honored to get to be a piece of this, to make it accessible to somebody out there that really wants to make that change in 6 weeks without having to look at the past. It changed my life, and I'm really grateful to have an opportunity to change somebody else's.
I almost fell off my chair when Kat was like, I've got a $7,000 package we're going to donate. Let's make it happen. Kat McCartie! Make sure you follow Kat McCartie Coaching on social media. Thank you so much, Kat. Beautiful hearts in the right place. Wow. How the winner is going to be selected for that will be determined on International Women's Day. So you're going to have to kind of leave some things a secret, y'all. I got to leave some things a secret and a bit of a surprise. So our event recap, again, event date, Sunday, March the 8th, doors open 10 a.m., event kicks off at 11. Technically, I'll take the stage at 11:30. Don't repeat them, okay? We just want to give people lots of time to be able to enjoy the Self-Love Club because we have a lot going on, especially the swag bags, the event, the energy. There's going to be food. There's a little bit of everything. Cash bar, mocktails, you name it. I actually have 2 retail businesses coming in this year, which I don't normally do, but made a small exception for, so that'll also be fun. Watch for that. Sunday, March the 8th, International Women's Day. I'm going to say this with my full chest. You should really follow the sponsors of International Women's Day. Not only because they are the ones making this happen for free for the community, they're the ones funding the access to the Self-Love Club, all of the event logistics, the prizes, the pom-poms that are sitting on your table. It's the business community that have taken care of all of that, and you definitely want to follow all of them because it also might affect your chances to win on event day. So make sure you're paying attention and you've got them all dialed in. Big shout out first, again, I cannot say this enough. Cogeco, Your TV, Peterborough, Lindsay. I absolutely love all of you. The TV crew, the producers, you are all amazing human beings. I appreciate all you do. All of our media friends, we love you. Thank you so much for showing up today. Our giveaway sponsors, Horizon Family Naturopathic Clinic, Dr. Risha Grover, Horizon Family Dentistry, Jordan Lyle Photography, Miskin Law, Double D's Diner and Donuts, Peak 99.7, KX 105 Country, Peterborough Waterproofing, Sugar Me Right, The Main Intent, and Outpost 379, and Big Huge Hearts for the Peterborough Humane Society. They have all come together to make this event happen for all of you. We're anticipating close to 500 attendees, local speakers, Self-Love Club, Experience Zone, epic giveaways, snacks, swag bags, audience engagement, ton of fun. It's broadcast on Cogeco, Your TV, Peterborough, Lindsay, and again, there's like 50 tickets left. So you're going to want to hustle to dial those in. thetiffanyShow.ca. Go out there, take care of yourselves and each other. If you need anything, I'm also open for questions. Let's go! International Women's Day! See, my folder says I'm doing my best. Literally. Thank you all. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to our volunteers. Thank you for carving out time on a snowstorm on a Friday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, friends.